German language. So it's really difficult to learn this language, especially if you are a grown old woman like me. You've got all your mother tongue is full, all your English is full. So now there's no space for the other language to fit in. It's gonna be quite challenging. And for you maybe to be able to get a job, you really have to learn the language. So it's also another thing that the moment you move Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for tuning in, and today guys, I came here to encourage everyone who is watching here to subscribe. So for us to do that, I am going to give us a 5-second break so that we can just click on the subscribe button. Okay, so let's go ahead, just look down. Yes, there's that red written subscribe. Yes, just click there, and also click on the bell that is besides that, so that you get a notification whenever we post a new video. Okay, yes, so thank you so much for subscribing. Welcome to the family. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, so this video today is specifically meant for all of you guys who would like to move to Germany, and especially if you have a family that you would like to bring along with you. This video is for you, and I am going to talk about my own experience because, like I told you guys before, I came here to Germany about 5 years ago, and I came with my husband. And the reason why we were coming here was because my husband got a scholarship to study his master's degree here. So I'm going to talk about what I feel like were our advantages and what are the disadvantages also that you also have to look at before you can make any kind of movement. Okay, so because we came here using a scholarship, the one thing that I felt like was the most the biggest advantage for us as a family was the family reunification. So when you come here and you are with a scholarship, family reunification is much more easier. Like for example, for us, we were able to start applying for our coming here 2 months after my husband came. So it means we could have joined him maybe 3 months after he came. Of course, we also had our own problems. I'm gonna talk about that on another video, but it's much more easier when you're applying for family reunification and you have a scholarship, especially if you're just starting to come here. It's much more easier that way. You can be able to apply for your family to join you like in the shortest period of time ever. Okay, and the other advantage also that I'm going to talk about is when you come here and you're using a scholarship, one thing that gets like stresses a lot of people, especially when you're a student, you're in a new country, is money. So when you come here and you've got a scholarship, the good thing is you don't, of course, maybe the money won't be like a lot of money, but for your own basic needs, your rent, your food, your clothes, you will have that money. And I feel like as a family, it's very important for you to have stability, for you to just know that we're not going to struggle to pay our rent, we're not going to struggle to have food to eat. And yeah, that's it. So it's much more easier to do that when you come here and you also have a scholarship. And another advantage also is when it comes to language, right? The scholarship will cover also for language for the person who is the owner of the scholarship, and also the spouse. They also pay for this the spouse's expense for language. So it means that when you come here also, even though the money won't be like a lot of money, but you also do not have to worry about the language courses, because language courses can be expensive, I tell you. And also the best thing is that you also do not have to start doing the language while you are still back home. You come here when you know nothing, and because they know that they're going to take you through the language courses. So it's also one advantage that comes also with coming here while using a scholarship. Okay, the other also advantage is insurance. Okay, like let me just say, like, okay, language and insurance. The scholarship will also cover for your insurance, and so you also do not have to worry about your health insurance because the scholarship will be covering that also. Okay, and also because I think these are like the basic things that a scholarship can cover. I know that maybe it may be different from different types of scholarships that you use, blah blah blah, but like these are like the basic things that you might also start thinking about maybe when you want to say, oh, I want to move to Germany. These are things that you really think about them. How am I gonna go about it? So family reunion visa, the scholarship can help you with that. And money to just get by each day, you can get that. Also language, they can pay for that also. And also insurance. The other advantage also that I felt like this was so good was when you come here with your spouse, the spouse's visa allows them to like do anything that they want to do. They can study, they can work, and they're not limited to a certain number of hours. They can work as much as they can. They can also even freelance if they can. So that visa, it's really that is the visa that I had. Like, it allowed me to just explore and do everything that I wanted to do. So I feel like that's also another advantage because your type of visa really matters, especially if you're here in Germany. Sometimes you can get a visa that does not allow you to work. You can get a visa that allows you to work, but only for a certain amount of hours. But with the spousal visa that you get when your partner is studying, you are allowed to just explore and do what your heart desires. Okay, so I really found that interesting also, and I thought maybe I have to share with you guys, because you might also be thinking, okay, if I take my spouse, what is gonna be there in store for them? So your spouse is allowed to work, to study, or to even start a business, right? Okay, so even also the kids, like the money that you get from the scholarship, it depends on the number of kids that you have. So if you come, you and your spouse, you get a certain amount of money. If you have one child, it's added a little bit. If you have two kids, a little bit more. If you have three kids, so I think they pay up to 3 or 4 kids. Yes, and if you have 5, hi kid, that's your own problem, but they won't pay for for that one. But they pay for up to like 3 or 4 kids. So yeah, that's just it, guys. Okay, so moving on, like the other advantage also that I feel like, and this is just for when you come to Germany and you are studying. Okay, so when you come to Germany and you're studying, the moment you finish studying and you graduate, you are allowed also to apply for a 18 months visa. So this 18 months visa allows you to work any kind of job that you want, but it's like a period of time that they give you for you to get a job. So 18 months is quite a long time, and I think if you're serious enough, you can get like a decent job for yourself. And for you to now be able to renew your visa after these 18 months, now you should be able to have like a contract of a job that has something to do with what you studied. So it means from the time that you graduate and you get this 18 months visa, you're allowed to do anything. You can even go clean, you can like whatever job that you can do, you are allowed to do it until you get like the job that you really want, and you can now move on. So they can only renew your 18 months visa if you go there with a job that has something to do with what you studied. Okay, so now I am going to talk about what, like, one challenge that you have to really know, so that you either prepare your mind for this, you prepare yourself, or you, if you know it's too much for you, you just go ahead and stay wherever you are. Okay. So the thing is, getting a job is not that easy. Okay, so in those 18 months, you really have to be serious. You really have to, I don't know, pray to God. Pray to God that you get your steps. Because it's not going to be as easy as maybe because you feel like, it's going to be in Germany, it's going to be in Europe, there are a lot of jobs. No, it's not going to be like that. So you really have to prepare yourself, prepare your mind when you're doing this, so that you can conquer the job market. Because I feel like, especially if you want to do something like an office job, you know, I think it's really difficult. But you know, what I don't want to say is it's impossible. It's not impossible. It's very much possible, but you just have to, like, be strong, you know? Yeah. So that's just it. It's really, I think that is like one of the most biggest challenges that you will face when you are when you come here to Germany, looking for like a professional job that you want. It's not gonna be as easy as do. No, it's not. But it's very much possible. If you just put your mind to it, you are going to get the job that you want. The other problem also is, I think you already know, if you want to come and stay in Germany, I'm sure you already know this, the language. Here they don't speak English, they speak the German language. So it's really difficult to learn this language, especially if you are a grown old woman like me. You know, you've got all your mother tongue is full, all your English is full. So now there's no space for the other language to fit in. It's gonna be quite challenging. And for you maybe to be able to get a job, you really have to learn the language. So it's also another thing that the moment you move to Germany, you have to start like there and there. If you are maybe the spouse who is not studying, the moment you move, use the time to study the language, learn the language, and master it. If you are also maybe studying, I know it might be difficult for you to be able to study and also learn the language, but whenever you get the chance, please don't underestimate the power of this language. Okay, please just learn the language, and you will see that it's gonna help you a lot, especially when you're looking for a job, because you might find a job that maybe they want someone who speaks English, but they will also need you to have at least a basic knowledge of German, so that you can be able to communicate with your workmates, with everyone. So it's really important that when you come here, learn the language, learn it, master it, like let it be your hobby. Learning that the German language, make it your hobby. Okay, so I think that's it for this video today. If you have got any other questions, go ahead and put them in the comment section, and I will gladly answer them for you. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I appreciate you. So I'm out.